Kyle Cornell, come on out. Here we go. They're not playing the music. We go way back. It's okay about the music. What song are you gonna play? Wake Up. Wait, what?
Yeah, you know.
He's just gonna play a song, but it's okay. Do you want to stand or do you want to sit? You want to go?
These chairs look great.
All right, we'll sit. Is this on? 9? No.
No.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay. So Kyle, thank you for coming out to join us. What should we start with?
Well,
tell us.
should we start at the beginning?
The beginning.
Well, see, Kate and I met on quite a trip.
Quite a trip.
It was both of our first times at Chewonkee, which for those of you who don't know, it's a reservation up in Wiscasset on the coast. It is one of the prettiest, muddiest, smelliest,
bugsiest, full of
ticksiest,
ticks.
worst death camps.
Such an outdoors experience for those of you who like the outdoors.
Yes, and so we met naturally, you know, in great appearance and smell.
Yeah.
And
for trailblazers.
Yeah, and
orientation.
I have to say, Kate, you were probably easily one of my most memorable trailblazers ever. Kate discovered on our trip that she didn't like kayaking.
It was my first and last time kayaking. We kayaked for 40 days and 40 nights. I swear, by Jove, I do. It was... You know what song I kept singing? Do you remember the song I kept singing?
There were so many. Which one?
Okay. For many of you who do know me, I do sing quite a few songs. And as I was kayaking, I'd be out there, and we'd be like going against the current to the next island. And it was just like something I was not into. I was not digging it at all. And I'd be like, I'm still alive, but I'm barely breathing. And I just keep going, and I just sing that one line over and over again. And then all the other trailblazers would be like, oh, dear God. And they'd be like, yeah, I relate to what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm like going up to the Chewonkee leaders like, that girl back there, keep an eye on her. She's been singing that song. Like, I don't know what's going on.
Seriously.
But to be honest though, just to throw in a little plug here, Trailblazers I'm so glad you're there. This is like perfect example of Trailblazer material here. Someone who, you know, shows up and makes an impact. Might not really love kayaking, but that doesn't matter. She survived. Trailblazing is, to be honest, I don't know how it's been for you, but for me, especially being, you know, like a Trailblazer guide and being involved in the program, has made a huge difference on being here at UNE. Because,
I think so.
I mean, now for me, it's like, you know, you walk, it's a small enough school, right? You walk around between classes, you see people you know. Well, I walk around between classes and I say, ooh, I've seen you covered in mud, I've seen you covered in mud, I've smelled you covered in mud.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was a really good time.
But I must say, I found love on that trip.
Oh.
I go way back.
Yes.
Cece was there, one of my trailblazers.
This took many of her song topics, by the way, too. There were many a song created about this.
Yeah, there was, oh, Tom, I know this love is true, I barely know you. Especially me and you. It's the way you do the things you do that make me fall in love with you. Oh, Tom, are you in love with me too? That was basically the tune that I sang to Tom numerous times, and he would be like, I just met you, and I was like, exactly.
Tom was our, what, like 29, 30-year-old, like Chewonkee staff leader?
Younger.
Okay, younger.
26.
26.
In his
if
prime.
He was a day over 26.
In his prime.
And he was, frankly, had no idea what to do.
No, because I'd just be frank with him. I'd be like, hey, Tom, what are you doing later? Oh, you're on an island too? Me too. Hey, let's go check out those squirrels later. Oh, did I tell you though? Okay, so this is a story. This is really nothing that we had to talk about, but I have to tell you a story, and this is also an embarrassing story that I don't know if I shared this with any of the trailblazers, but I told my mom when I went home.
Was this on our trip?
Yeah, this was on our trip. It was on an island, and once on this island, there was these places in the woods where we were chosen to use the restroom. There was no restrooms. So we had WAG bags, waste-activated gel bags, that we were supposed to do our duties in. So here I am, out in the woods, first time on my own, away from home, away from my mom, think I forgot the toilet paper. I don't remember. But as I'm out there, I'm like looking for a good spot where like I'm far enough away from the campers and far enough for like no one will come to like see what I'm doing in the woods to relieve my, oh, not like that. No. Number 2 is what I had to do, okay? So here I am. I find the prime spot on the island. And as I'm probably about 30 seconds into whatever I need to do, I turn behind me. And there is a cruise ship going by. It must have been like a dinner cruise around the harbor, but they honked their horn. And there I was waving. Tourists must have been taking pictures. This is a true story, Kyle.
Oh, it is. It's happened to me. There's a nightly cruise boat that goes up through these islands, and they tell you when you go, you have to be below the high tide line. So you're like totally exposed. There's like a couple rocks.
Totally.
Like.
And I just turned around and waved.
There's no one around here. It's a reservation cruise ship.
Yeah. Of all times, and I looked around. I took a couple glances. That cruise ship must have been going pretty fast if it just showed up. And it was embarrassing.
You could hear the announcer, like the captain's like announcements, and he was like, "If you look to the left, there's an island."
I can imagine.
The Chewonkee Foundation does frequent camping excursions. I think we see a camper now. Everybody look.
It's me. But yeah, that's basically the extent. Oh my gosh, social suicide, for real. But thank God, no, like, they didn't know me, and I waved back, I was friendly, whatever, you know. That's how you do. It's only awkward if you make it awkward.
That's right.
Basically. So, yeah, that's how Kyle and I met, basically. Long enough story.
I had a recording on my cell phone for doing a monkey noise for like...
Oh my God.
For the life of that cell phone.
Cece has it. Yeah, I can make a chimpanzee noise with my voice.
Do it.
Mic down. Hold on. Okay. I have to moisten my throat. Brandon, I know you like that word. I'm a woman of many talents. You will get to know that if you keep coming to my show.
So now imagine the cruise ship. I think there's imported animals on these islands.
Yeah. I just could not believe that. I forgot about that until now, actually. And just something in your eyes reminded me of it. Oh, wow. So, Kyle,
yes.
Tell me. It's your senior year. Whew. You're in it. You're almost done. You're in the home stretch.
That's right.
What would you say to all us youngins out here? I don't know, you little senior, you. What's your best tip to give to like us people who are going to be graduating, like following you?
Let's see. Well, there are a couple different ways I can go here. There's like the academic, like go to the LAC and don't procrastinate.
Be honest.
Yeah, okay. Definitely don't lose sight of the fact that you're here for 4 years, and the 4 years go quick. I mean, I feel like my Trailblazer trip was, yesterday, and it does go quick.
Me too, Kyle.
You can still smell it. You try really hard.
This one girl that we trailblazed with, she wasn't like at the university, but she put we had limited food. And so she put things in it to flavor her food, give her diversity. But her diversity was put garlic in everything. Mind you, we were out there for how many days? 4 days?
Yeah.
Was it 4 days? We were out there for 4 days and no shower, no nothing like that. And she just garlic. It was like this garlic air freshener that orbited us.
So another piece of advice: if you like garlic, rotate it around the week. Try oregano on Tuesdays.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Seriously though, have a good time, keep track of school, but also, get involved. Like I said, that's the reason why I feel, confident enough to recognize people. I don't think you have to be confident to recognize people.
No, just don't call them by their name because, well, I wouldn't call them by their name. I'd be like, hey, you, what's up? Not Colleen, you know what I mean? That's what I was referring to. Anyway, continue. I guess one piece of advice has turned into a lot. Don't worry if you don't know what you want to do, because
turns out I don't know what I want to do in life, so that's okay.
That's quite all right. I don't know what I want to do either.
Yeah.
I just want to be like a talk show host, but they don't offer that major here. So
well, this is probably closer than a lot of schools get. I mean, like,
look at this setup. Yeah, who did this? Yeah, anyway, but that's really good advice.
Yeah,
Thank you.
So enjoy your time. Don't stress too much about life after. Just, you know.
I think that's really good advice too, because I think a lot of us, we like look at like, well, what if I'm studying, what if what I'm studying right now has nothing to do with what I'm going to do in the future? And that's like, oh, that happens to a lot of people. A lot of people even change their major like 1 or 2 times, you know? I already changed my major once. I was marine biology, and I did not do the best in calculus, so I was like, environmental. That's what happened.
That's exactly how she explained it when she came into one of my environmental classes one day. Like, oh.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, the first day we had to go around like, oh, I'm new to environmental because I was marine biology before. And I was like, anyway, but yeah. So thank you so much for coming on. Is there anything else you would like to add?
No, I'm so happy to see you're out of the woods, showered, and on a show. And
thank you. I've come so far.
And someday when you have millions of viewers, they'll never have to know about
the cruise ship.
What if someone on that cruise ship like was close enough to recognize your face, and then you become like the Ellen, basically?
I don't.
And they're like on an island in Wiscasset, Maine. I saw that.
Yeah. I don't want to mention it. I don't want to think about that. But yeah, I remember one morning I woke up with 6 ticks on me. Yeah. That's how great it was. You should all go. No, but for real, Trailblazers is an awesome opportunity to get to know people. You're already here. Why am I telling you this? You've already been through orientation. So
you could become guides someday.
Yeah.
You could be orientation leaders.
Orientation leaders. Yeah, I'm just saying everything you are. Yeah. But thank you again, Kyle. I appreciate it.